to goes creating a simple device and a software and goes to the fab. Basically, these are some of the basic points covered in this presentation. The basic introduction about the diode to the gate all around FAT and the CMOS to gate all around FAT, TCAD workflow, and now we go into the fabrication part. How many students about the and listen about the diode? These are the starting and the basic element of the electronics. You start with the diode. Basically, diode is the key function of the convert the AC to DC and act as a one-way switch for the electric circuit. These are some of the multiple applications used for rectification, protection of the circuit, and the signal processing, voltage regulation, and the switching application. And the real life applications multiple use like as in LED switches, solar cell, radios, computer, mobile phones, and any equipment you can use for in a daily life. The symbol look like this. Sample look like this, and the working principle based on the forward and reverse biasing. And next, every student, you just see this video. This is basically a small introduction video about the working of the diode and how to prepare and how to fabricate and how to use in the real life application.
In this video, we will understand PN junction diode. PN junction diode is a semiconductor device that forms the basis of many electronic components and circuits. To make it, two different types of semiconductor materials are used. For example, P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor. PN junction diodes plays an important role in electronics. Let's understand the PN junction diode in detail. To understand the PN junction diode, we first need to understand the basics of semiconductors. To understand the basics and workings of semiconductors in detail, be sure to watch our video on semiconductors. The link to the video is provided in the description. Semiconductor basics. Semiconductors are materials that show electrical properties between conductors and insulators. Silicon and germanium are common semiconductor materials. In semiconductors, atoms are arranged in a crystal lattice structure, and their outermost electrons are loosely bonded, allowing charge to flow easily. To create AEPN junction, impure semiconductors are used, which are called extrinsic semiconductors. These are mainly of two types: P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor. P-type semiconductor. In a P-type semiconductor, some atoms are replaced with trivalent atoms. These trivalent atoms are called impurity atoms. These impurity atoms form only 3 bonds with the pure atoms, and instead of forming a fourth bond, they create a hole at that position, allowing current to flow easily. N-type semiconductor. In N-type semiconductor, some atoms are replaced with pentavalent atoms. These pentavalent atoms are called impurity atoms. These impurity atoms form only 4 bonds with the pure atoms, leaving one extra electron that can move freely within the semiconductor, making current flow easily. Now let's understand how PN junction is formed. Formation of the PN junction. In the animation, we see that the P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor are connected together. As we know, in P-type semiconductor, majority charge carriers are holes, which are essentially empty spaces. In other words, these are single positive charges on atoms due to the absence of electrons. On the other hand, in N-type semiconductor, electrons are the majority charge carriers. Due to pentavalent doping, there is an extra electron in this semiconductor, creating a negative charge on the atom. Now, because the p-type semiconductor has a net positive charge and the n-type semiconductor has a net negative charge, the electrons from the n-type semiconductor move towards the p-type semiconductor. When these electrons enter the p-type semiconductor, they combine with the majority charge carrier, which is the hole, a process known as diffusion. Due to the diffusion of electrons, an extra electron accumulates on the trivalent atom, creating a negative charge on that atom. Similarly, in the n-type semiconductor, when electrons move away from an atom, it leaves behind a positive charge. This happens because the pentavalent atom now has one less electron. This diffusion process continues to a certain level. Due to this electron diffusion, a thin layer is formed where there are no charge carriers. This layer is called the depletion zone or depletion layer. Because the electrons from the n side and holes from the p side combine together, an electric field is created in the depletion zone. The direction of this electric field is from the n side to the p side. Due to this electric field, the flow of charge carriers is stopped, and further diffusion of any charge carriers does not occur. Whenever an electric field is created in a device, a potential difference is also created along with it. In this depletion layer, the potential difference that is created is called the potential barrier. This is because, due to this potential difference, charge carriers do not flow. To flow the charge carriers, we need to break this potential barrier. However, this is not possible without an external source. This formation of the p-n junction is also called p-n junction diode, which is used in the form of an electrical device. p-n junction diode can operate in two ways: forward biasing, reverse biasing. Let's understand these one by one.
In this video, we just clearly clarified how to fabricate the device of the p-n junction diode. Basically, just a combination of the two goes, creating a simple device and a software, and goes to the fab. Basically, these are some of the basic points covered in this